During these hard times, a lot of people would seek the help of those engaged in money lending business. It is a way to help support their families and financial needs. So we are going to have a data analysis report about the monthly income of the informal money lending business. So I am Hilary Judd Magno, and the other members are Hannah Claire Dihay and Leilani Binayo. So the data collection method used. So first is the research design. This analysis report used primary and secondary as the data collection tool. The method used in collecting data is a continuous method to determine the monthly income of the informal money lending business from quarter 1 and 2, what amount that can be borrowed and what makes them avail in informal money lenders. The analysis report will be done through interviews of the business owner, which will be carried out face-to-face. So this method seeks to describe and understand how much amount of money borrowed and the growth of informal lending by comparing monthly income of the business. So the general problem. Identify the income monthly of the business, what amount the borrowers can be borrowed, and reason for availing informal money lending. The specific problem. So specifically, it's sought to answer the following problems. First is what is the amount that can be borrowed from the informal money lenders? Reason for borrowing money from the informal money lenders. And lastly, how much is the business income? So the locale of the study will be conducted in the Malaybalay City, Bukidnon, Philippines. The owner of the business will be interviewed face-to-face in their house or any comfortable place. The respondents will be interviewed via call or chat. The researchers choose the place of implementation because it will give the researchers the needed information. The study will be conducted in the first semester of the academic year 2021-2022. So the sampling method used is simple random sampling. We selected 15 individuals who borrow money from the business. The questionnaire and the interview used to gather information for this analysis is an open-ended question. So the instrumentation used in this analysis report was divided into two parts. So the first part answers the amount they have borrowed. The second part is the income of the business from January to June. After the data needed were obtained from the respondents, organizing and tabulating were made. So the statistical formula that was applied in the computation is in the following. So first is the histogram was used in computation of the amount that can be borrowed from the informal lenders in spreadsheet computer application in Excel. So the income of the business is been organized and tabulated also in the spreadsheet computer application in Excel.
Descriptive statistics. The questionnaire that were answered by the respondents are the basis of this result. And this is the table 1. Amount that can be borrowed from informal money lenders. Amount 1,000 below. Frequency is 1. Percentage 6.67%. Amount 1,001 to 3,000. Frequency is 2. Percentage 13.33%. 3,001 to 5,000. Frequency is 4. Percentage 26.67%. 5,001 to 7,000. Frequency is 5. Percentage 33.33%. 7,001 to 9,000. Frequency is 2. Percentage 13.33%. 9,001 above. Frequency is 1. Percentage 6.67%. The total of frequency is 15 and the percentage total of 100%. Histogram. Percentage of the amount that can be borrowed from informal money lenders, 6.67%, or one respondent said that they borrowed 9,001 above 13.33%, or two respondents borrowed 7,001 to 9,000, 33.33%, or 5 respondents borrowed 5,001 to 7,000, 26.67%, or 4 respondents borrowed 3,000 to 5,000, 13.33%, or 2 respondents borrowed 1,001 to 3,000 and 6.67%, or 1 respondents borrowed 1,000 below. Most of the respondents borrowed the amount of money of 5,001 to 7,000. It means that most of them borrowed a high amount of money with a high interest. Higher amount of money equals higher amount of interest. This is the reason why the income of the business increased. The histogram referred as a left-skewed distribution model. Based on the data obtained, mean 5,333.333, median 6,000, mode 6,000, standard deviation 2,160.247, skewness 0.44874. Reasons of borrowing money from informal money lenders. Category: medical and emergencies. Frequency is 6. 40% rank 1. Allowance. Frequency is 4. 26.67%. Rank 2. Education. Frequency is 3. 20%. Rank 3. No job. Frequency is 2. 13.33%, rank 4. The table shows the frequency, percent, and ranking distribution of respondents by category that make them avail in informal money lenders. It reveals the most of the respondents who engage in availing loan is for medical and emergencies. They acquire loan for allowance. It also shows the amount of loan is for educational purposes. Lastly, one of the reasons is there is no job. The graph shows the income of the business from January to June is increasing.
Data analysis. Summary findings. There are 3 summary findings. First, most of the respondents borrowed the amount of money with total mean of 5,333.33. So it means that most of them borrowed a high amount of money with a high interest. Higher amount of money equals higher amount of interest. Second, based on the criteria as reasons for borrowing money, it reveals that most of the respondents who engage in availing loan is for medical and emergencies. They acquire loan for allowance. It also shows that the amount loan is for educational purposes. Lastly, one of the reasons is there is no job. And third, the income of the business increased from January to June with a mean of 1,285.935. The conclusion. Based on the data organized and tabulated given by the respondents using the questionnaire of the above mentioned, we found out that the informal lending business, that it is usually the respondent's source of money during medical and emergencies. Through the collected data, the amount that usually the borrower's loan is ranging 5,001 to 7,000 pesos. In terms of interest rate, informal money lenders are having higher interest rate. The income of the business is increasing for the month of January to June because the borrower's loan a huge amount of money, the lender profit even more. Recommendation: first, members should allocate their money properly and invest in profitable way to be able to repay their loan money. Second, the institution should not recruit those who are not capable of repaying loan. They should make sure that the person to be recruited is recognized by the current member from a certain center, and current members should select their members that they really know that she is capable of repaying loans. Third, beneficiaries should be responsible enough to carry their obligation and always prepare for weekly payments. Fourth, before the loan should be released to the newly members, make sure that they have a planned project to earn money from the borrowed amount and will be able to repay loans regularly. The fifth, make the processing of loans faster because persons who are availing of it is really in need of money. And the last one, force resignation or offset for those who are repaying their loans regularly or inactive members. They can cause problems and may affect active members who always pay on time.